Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 3 of our SMMA series. Today, we're going to be going through 10 mistakes to avoid when starting an online business.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us.
Number one thing to avoid when starting an online business is do not overthink it. That's something when we were in the phases of looking to start, we were overthinking it, not knowing kind of what direction. But as soon as we were like, this is what we're doing, we just started rolling with things as they came. You start to figure it out as you go on the fly. If you overthink things, there's going to be too much for you to even wrap your head around. And by the time you even start, everything's going to change. So you might as well start anyway, and you'll just learn as you go.
And that takes us to number 2, which is building off of that. And it's not staying in the planning phase for too long. A classic mistake that a lot of people make when they start a business is they plan for months and they make sure that everything is just going to line up perfectly. But in reality, what you need to do is you need to pick something and you just need to hit the ground running and start making mistakes so that you can learn quicker.
Yeah. And so third mistake to avoid is do not overlook your service delivery. It's easy to get caught up in just the fine things like our website, all this random things, when realistically it comes down to what value are you offering to your client and how are you delivering your service? Because without proper service delivery, you can make as many cold calls as you want. You can have the best email script, but if you're selling some bullshit service, even if you can pull some clients in, you're not going to retain clients. You're not going to build testimonials, not going to build a name for yourself. So do not overlook your service delivery.
So for number 4, to not set monetary goals. So it's easy to get wrapped up in we need to hit 10K by September 20th, or we need to hit 10K in 30 days, or we need to hit 10K in 90 days. It's good to set goals, but don't base your goals off of exact numbers that you need to hit by exact dates, or else you're not going to hit them. And then you're just going to get burnt out and you're going to get down on yourself when the goals that you set were unrealistic anyways.
Yeah, that ties in nicely to my next point, which is don't go with the flow. Make sure that you're including proper systems. We explained in another video, if you guys want to watch that, about project management systems to achieve your goals when building an SMMA. If you're just going with the flow, you're not going to be, you just get caught up in the race. You're just spinning your tires, and then you look back and you're like, what did I do in the last month? If you have systems where you're constantly, like for us, we have sprints, right? So we have certain outcomes that we want to get from these sprints, and we go and we're reflecting on it and evaluating where we are at constantly. And there's a plan for every single day to make sure that things get done and that we're always progressing. So back to what you said in your last point, setting monetary goals doesn't do it, but setting actionable targets for we need to have this done. We want our agency to be at this state at this time of something that's controllable in your hands is how you should be setting your goals.
On to number 6. This one may sound a little bit weird because I'm sure you've heard opposing advice from many other people. And I get that side, but it is don't pick a niche before you start. So what we learned starting is we jumped in and we tried out a bunch of different niches. And when you try out a bunch of different niches, you find out what the best niche is for the service that you're offering. And you find out exactly how to talk to them, and you make those valuable mistakes that you can learn from down the road.
And I want to add for us, say we had picked niche right off the bat. Say we're going to do dentists, something like that. We had opportunities come our way that weren't even based on our own outreach that got it. Like our very first client, we landed that. We would have passed up, say we had stuck to a niche and we were like, the niche is the way to go. We could have passed up on that opportunity that allowed us to break into the game and actually start delivering our service and building a reputation.
Exactly.
So for number 7, do not stagnate. So a good analogy that I like to think about in this sense is think of money, cash, just sitting in a bank account, sitting there, not working, not growing. Meanwhile, inflation is going like this. So the actual value of your money is depreciating, even though it's just staying the exact same value. it's depreciating. So as soon as you stagnate in your business and you're not setting goals and always trying to hit the next step and progress, scale, add new services, whatever, you're going to be depreciating.
Number 8, work for free. If you work for free, you can build up testimonials, you can build up client rapport, you can grow your service. Client testimonials are probably your most valuable asset when it comes to growing your business and making sure that people can trust you, because they don't know who you are. They don't know what you've done, and you have nothing to show them and nothing to guarantee them. So if you work for them for free for a month and you get them results, then you can carry that towards everything that you're doing to growing your business.
And as we mentioned before in our first video, just recapping our first 6 months in SMMA, that was what we did. We took a client on a trial basis. We said, we're going to work for free. Let us work out the kinks in our own business and our service delivery. Coming in at number 9, we have do not overlook client relations. This is something that sometimes we've felt like when you start focusing on the next step for your business, you're focusing on like expanding your service delivery, scaling, figuring out new outreach methods. It's easy to forget about the current clients that you have running. Like you have your ads set up, all that, everything's going behind in the background, but you want to make sure you're constantly giving them the best service possible and making sure that you have the best relationship, because that client is, again, they're such a valuable asset to you. And you're trying so hard to get these other clients. Meanwhile, you have these clients already there. So you want to maintain the best relationship possible with them, because another massively valuable avenue of getting new clients is on a referral basis from current clients. So you want to make sure that you have the best relationship possible with them.
And number 10, don't give up. No matter what happens along the way, if you just genuinely try every single day and you keep putting the work in, even though you don't know what you're doing, and you're trying to convince people that you know what you're doing, and sometimes it feels like it's just going to continue to fail and you're never going to succeed. The truth is, if you genuinely don't give up, something's got to give. It's the way the universe works, and it's the way business works. If you keep going, you will get to where you want to be.
Telling no lies, I just 5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money. My dreams come true.